Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Welcome back again to ATI, the Car Should Be Business channel. My name is Jay. Mic check 1 2 3. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. So, this is our Halloween edition of Dispatching Live. Once a year, we do, I don't know, we try to do something. Let's just go to Sue. Sue, can you see me and hear me okay?
Yes, I
All
can.
right. So, I guess I'm dressed up. I'm not wearing what I normally wear. And
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Do I look like I work in trucking or in an airport? I'm not even sure.
One of the two, I would
Okay.
say.
I work at a trucking airport. That's okay?
Yes,
All
there you
right, good.
go.
All right. Because I do want to impress upon everyone, jump in the live chat, say hello. Thank you so much. I don't know, participate in the festivities. What we're going to do here today is we're going to do see if I can bring up that graphic. We've got yeah, there we go. Dispatching Live special. A broker, carrier, dispatcher, shipper. Can you guess which Halloween costume it is that we're talking about? That we're gonna do that game here in a bit. Also, let's see here. Oh, okay. I think that went out to the audience, but I don't think you can see it. That's okay. You got your. What's going on, Sue? What's going on the load board?
Well, okay, so it went up about not quite 3,000, it looks like, from last
Wow.
week. We were at 28,507 and we're up to 31,671. I will say it hasn't made a damn bit of difference, so I don't know why. But we'll just see. I'm still having a hard time. I'm sure everybody out there in the world is having a hard time keeping the drivers loaded with good loads. I mean, there's loads on here, but there's a lot of crappy loads on here. Um,
What's a crappy load right now?
like, I mean, them even at 50 cents a mile, that to me is a crappy load when gas is what it is. And
That's a good point.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
even if
because
you're a multi-call or carrier and you're doing something for 44 cents a mile, that sucks too. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
So,
Okay, so
you
the
know,
new okay, good. This is good. So the new red load is well, would you say yellow a yellow load is below 50 cents a mile or is that a red
yeah.
load? Yeah, okay.
Well,
I
yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. Actually, this is weird because 50 cents a mile traditionally, like when I did my dispatcher training series,
Yeah, it was okay,
was
right?
okay. But
Yeah.
in today's market, I know like everything's up at the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
So
And
when you wait 10 minutes for chicken nuggets, it's like one nugget.
yeah. And one nugget costs $2. So yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Well, we're doing a show Tuesday night. We're laughing about. Well, it's interesting. We were laughing about it, which you can laugh about it if you're not sitting behind the wheel, stressed out of your mind, right? But if you're sitting behind a wheel right now, stressed out of your mind, there's nothing funny about the fact that I mean, arguing over $25, like that's crazy.
Yeah. And they do it. Like we'll ask for 50, 25, 100 and
It's a car, man.
in general,
It's a
it's
truck. I'm
no,
driving
by
a
the way.
truck.
Yeah. Yeah. And that I mean,
Whoa.
I don't know about anybody else, but
Or
brokers that usually and this is the time of the year, so this tells you something. But brokers that usually will go up 25, $50 are saying no because they know they're going to get somebody to take it. There's
right.
not very much negotiation
Yeah,
going on
see,
whatsoever.
so great. So negotiation's gone down.
Yeah.
Ability to negotiate. Well, and this is interesting too is that also since you're a dispatcher and a broker, which right there confuses the heck out of so many people.
Yeah.
And it's not that complicated. It's kind of
No.
like, when you go to the UPS store and you can either make a copy or a fax or ship a package or check
Yeah.
your mailbox.
Yeah. I do
It
it all.
doesn't make UPS illegal, right?
Right.
It's just that UPS does many things. But in trucking, we can't do that. You can't. You seem to. In trucking, we seem to be unable to do more than one thing at a time.
Right.
Did anybody
Yep.
else notice that?
Or they think we can't.
They think we can't. You're not allowed. Like, let's jump into the live chat. Okay, so Murphy Auto Transport. Sue is in the live chat.
Yep.
Hope you're having a terrifying day.
Well, we're having a
Nice.
Halloween show.
Yeah, oh yeah. Exclusive logistics, Myrtle Beach. I'm a dispatcher. It's always terrifying. Amen. It is. It is terrifying.
Very much so.
Douglas is here. Hey, what's going on, Douglas? It was the dispatcher. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. I'm just gonna. Douglas gets the siren. Thank you, Douglas. That's so cool. Sinan, Skunkik. Skunk. Help me out. I actually, okay, I'm just going to tell you this. I actually like to know how to say last names. Because mine is
Skonkic?
Wurzburger.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Like stuff just fell out of my mouth when I said. So I like to know how to say, Heisenberger or. Oh, here's one for you. My youngest son doesn't think that. Okay, do you know the lady that runs YouTube? Susan Wachecki. Huh? Wachecki. I think that's how you say it. He's positive that's not how you say it. Let's see here. Elena's here. What's up, Elena? How you doing? We got some Elena news in the news. Thank you, Elena. And you can always send in the news. Excuse me. You can send it to autotransportintel@gmail.com. And, help us out. We're trying to do something positive here. Sinan, crappy load. Yeah, here we go. Crappy load, 50 cents a mile. I've had literally 5 carriers calling from California to Virginia for 30 to 40 cents a mile. See, that's the thing. Okay, so thank
California
you.
long runs are cheaper, though. That's part of the
that's
problem.
true. Okay, that's true. So good. Yeah. Number one, longer runs, the cents a mile drops per mile because it's a longer run. But also, so we were talking about this, Sue, is you've got a load. What do you got?
I have a Chrysler 200. Actually, I just dispatched it while we're sitting here.
Oh, cool.
But I had a Chrysler 200 from San Antonio going to Louisiana. Normal place. I think it's Slidell, so it's nothing weird.
Oh,
And I have
like
it listed for
Slidell.
81 cents a mile, and I keep getting people asking me for more money on it. And if anybody knows Texas, they know if you see something for 81 cents a mile, you better jump on that with both feet. And you don't ask for more money. You just say, okay, thank you very much. But I just did get it loaded while we were talking here. I'm dispatching it right now to these people. But I mean, I've had 3 or 4 people ask me for more money on it. So it's kind of crazy to me that they would ask for that, because if I saw something for 80 or shoot right now 70, I'm going to take it. Right. So.
Well, so there you go. And so, and it's literally, that's another problem. It's the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, true.
It's what's your cost structure? What's your desperation? There should be desperationometers.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
At least it wasn't the guy that calls and says, I'll take it for $50 less.
Well, and that's why I really wanted to know, the red load standard before I go red load, right? Like 20 cents, let's start at the bottom. 20 cents a mile, red load?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I mean, that's...
I saw some stuff on there the other day for 12 cents, 23 cents. I'm like, are you guys really kidding me? There was 2 vehicles, I think, from Memphis to... It wasn't it wasn't super far. It was either Dallas, Louisiana, and it was 12 cents a mile for each vehicle.
Are you kidding me? You can't make your bills at 12 cents a mile, right?
No, who could?
I don't. That'd be like saying to the DoorDash guy, yeah, I got a quarter.
Yeah.
I'll give you a quarter to bring me my chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, and see what happens to your chicken sandwich.
in auto transport, people that you might see that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Skunk each. Nice. Sinan, skunk each. Thank you, Sinan. I appreciate that.
Each. Okay, gotcha.
Skunk each. All right, cool. And that's actually, and so I learned through, because I mean, how many different cultures do we have on this planet? Like 4,000 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like pronunciations help. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I got it though. Skunk each. Oh, thanks, Sinan. That's so cool. Let's see here. Oh, cool. And Elena's talking to Sinan. That's great. And you know what you can do, Sinan? Here's what you can do. And for anybody else, if you want to connect with somebody else in the live chat or wherever, you can email me and I can put you in touch. Because believe me, I don't post my email address in the description either. I don't have time for all the spam. I really don't. I used to get spam because I used to post the email address in the I don't do it anymore.
That's probably why I get it all instead then.
Oh, is your yeah? Oh, well, we should change that. We should do something different. Do you get
Well,
a
no,
lot of
I get,
spam?
well, yeah, I do. I've always got a lot of spam though,
Oh,
just because of what I do. But
well, you put yourself out there, yeah.
yeah, my
Yeah.
and my favorite parts are like when we get like we'll be talking about a certain thing on the show, and then I get something saying, "Hey, we want to advertise with you because," and it's something we just
Oh,
randomly talked about. I think it's hilarious.
yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, it is interesting. Some of that stuff is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Oh, Douglas doesn't want any more sirens. Douglas, I like your style. Well, let's go with the bell.
Doug had a little issue. The reason why I think he's saying that is
What happened?
he was delivering a car. I think yesterday is what Vance showed me, and he'd smelled gas, and so he stopped. And right as he stopped, he was surrounded by um, fire department because there was a gas leak. And so I think that's probably why he doesn't want to hear any more sirens because I'm pretty sure that would have freaked me out too, being surrounded by them.
Whoa. Well,
Yeah.
we got something in the news. Actually, somebody sent something in, so we'll come back to that.
Okay.
We'll bookmark that. And Danny B is here. Hey, what's up, Danny B?
Hey, Danny. That's
Yeah,
DSK. Just
right.
so you know, the one
Well,
that I always give you pictures of his loads.
okay, cool. And you know what, Sinan, I appreciate that too. I actually sometimes we've gotten there is connection overload at times. You know,
Oh yeah.
like I do a lot of LinkedIn connecting, and I mean I have LinkedIn invites out there that haven't been responded to. Just as then I get LinkedIn, I'll get like marketing and tech,
Mm-hmm.
and man,
Yeah.
I can't even count the number of emails I've gotten about. You know,
Yeah.
are you building an app?
Yeah.
You know, do you need how's your website? You know, I
Yep.
don't even know if they're real. I can't tell the difference between those emails and the barrister with $1 million in diamonds. You know, I don't even know anymore. All right, so we've set the stage. So we're ready to do a route scout anytime. If you guys want to search a load, I can go into dispatching live news. So the loads are up. The rates suck.
Yeah.
And we can't forget how many days left until old legacy search
Oh
is in the
God.
books. We're at
I don't know.
we're less
I'm
than
just
two
dreading it.
weeks. I think it's 13 days.
Well, you know what I've noticed too is
What?
during the day I'm using the old search, and usually sometime during the day it just switches all my pages to the new search without me doing anything, and then I got to start all over again.
Oh no.
So they're trying to force us, I think, into
Whoa.
doing it.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of crazy.
Can you send that to them? They would send.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like
Yeah.
if I had a page open, let's say I was shopping on Amazon, and I found a product and it's sitting there, and I'm like, that's interesting. And then like the page changed a couple hours later. Like, you're like, what? Interesting tactic. But I mean, you gotta. That's the thing is, you gotta corral the folks into change somehow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's they're serious. I mean, this is really happening. And by the way, how's that? I love the way the new search looks on your screen right now, Sue.
Well, we won't even discuss this. We're going to go over a big email that Elena listed all the stuff that needs to be changed that we've been talking about it. So,
Oh yeah, maybe we should do that. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. I'm gonna take the screen,
okay.
and we're gonna get through some of this stuff, and we're gonna get to Elena's stuff. But before we get to Elena's stuff, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us again on our Dispatching Live Special Edition Broker Carer Dispatcher Shipper. Guess which Halloween costume? We'll do that after. We'll do that. That's going to happen before Larry. The countdown is on. November 9th. They're not
November
kidding.
9th.
November 9th.
Shit.
Add your blood dripping animation.
Well, and the main reason I haven't been using it, honestly, is because it's not giving all the loads on the new search as it is to the old
I
search.
think that's pretty interesting. That sounds
Yeah.
like a weird glitch. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're working on it. Well,
I haven't tested it
I
recently
don't know
because
if
I
I'm
just kind
sure,
of gave
but
up,
I'm
but
hoping. Sinan, I feel like new search was made to make it easy for carriers, but not for brokers. Well, it's
mm,
interesting. I think I've said this before. I like that comment. I think many of the tech updates
mhm.
on Central Dispatch have been for the carrier behind the wheel. Now
Maybe not for the
uh,
carrier sitting at a desk or the
that's the problem.
dispatcher.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
but that again assumes that you're bumping down the road booking loads. I mean, I don't really understand exactly the
Well,
entire thinking on
and
that.
here's the
Or sitting
thing.
at a truck stop having
Yeah,
lunch and booking all your
maybe
loads.
from your
That's not
phone.
realistic.
Well, and I was on it. I had to go look for loads the other night on for somebody on my cell phone, and I personally thought it was harder to look on my phone
Oh,
to figure it out.
no, it's brutal actually.
Yeah.
So as a dispatcher, I, at times, allegedly, found myself behind the wheel racing into the office, but I
Right.
also had to, like, try to book a load.
Right.
It's almost impossible.
It's really hard.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I tried to do it, and
Wh-
it was pretty
I mean,
difficult.
once you take the screen and squeeze it into a sliver, and you're
Hmm.
trying to scroll up and down, and I mean,
And click
it's nuts,
to see where it's
actually.
picking up.
Yeah,
Click
I
to
don't-
yeah, what
so
it is. And
any carrier, I'm not kidding. If you're a carrier and you're able to stay profitable and loaded, man, I mean, this I'm applauding you. That's incredible. I don't know how you do it, but you are a well-oiled machine, and this industry needs you. Okay. Pumping in the office. You can put it up on the big screen. You can. It's an option. Did you see this? There's only a 25-day supply of diesel in the U.S. Now, it's down from, I don't know, I didn't read the full article. Nobody does that anymore. That's not a thing
yeah,
anymore. Um, but meaning, so if all incoming oil, I guess if Saudi Arabia fell into the ocean, okay,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was not what I meant to say, but what I
yeah,
mean to say is if we lost the ability to get oil from Saudi Arabia and everywhere else,
yeah.
because I don't think we're drilling baby drilling, are we?
I don't think so.
Like that XL pipeline got stopped
Right.
up in what, South Dakota?
With that one, or are you talking about the one in the ocean? I thought there's one leaking in the ocean too.
Oh. Well, oh, is the Valdez still leaking? Cool.
I don't know if it still
So,
is, but
yeah. Anyways, all right. Without all the tirade and the nonsense, if oil stopped coming in, we have 25 days of diesel in the
yeah.
U.S. So I guess what if there was like, well, did you see there was an article about? Okay, I think this is what I read. A in China, in China, a drone dropped a robot dog that had machine guns on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if drones start dropping robot dogs with machine guns and that stops production of diesel, we have 25 days. Not to mention 25 days of robot dogs with machine guns shooting at you while you're trying to pump your gas. Pretty picture. Let's keep moving. Show me the truck. Thanks for jumping in the live chat. Cleetamin is here. Oh, Elena, we'll get to... Cool, we'll get to that stuff. Show me the truck. All right, so Seth. Thank you, Seth. This is for Seth. Seth... Seth was watching the show, and I guess... I don't know. Really enjoyed it. Something clicked, meaning just felt like emailing me. And sent me a really nice email. Been watching the show for a while, and I think, and Seth, thank you for that so much. And we've had a couple other people over time, several people tell us kind of similar things. And so, if you're out there watching, listening, and you have no intention of contacting us, that's totally cool. thank you for doing that. Thank you for watching and listening. If there's anything we can add to your day or experience and just make you smile while you're, terrified behind the wheel, that, we'll take that.
Oh, did we talk about the Joplin thing?
Which thing?
I sent you an email about the Joplin driver.
I think
we talked about it last week. I can't remember.
Oh. Well, all right, Joplin
we'll
driver.
Talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
Well, so I had a guy dropping off a car into Joplin.
Okay.
Okay, he's from Chicago, and he called us and said, I'm afraid of being in Joplin. I'm afraid of somebody hurting me or killing me. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Joplin, Missouri, and you're from Chicago.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. He was straight up serious. He was asking Janice, he goes,
okay,
what do I need to do? Where do I need to go?
Well, wait a minute. What nationality was he? Maybe it was a race thing.
No, he's from Missouri. That's no, I'm sorry. He had a Missouri phone number, but they're based out of Chicago. And yeah, he wasn't a foreigner, right? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't kidding. He was straight up serious.
Well, where was he? Was he like in some weird?
No, he was dropping to one of my customers that I drop to all the time.
He ended up in like a KKK rally. I mean, what happened?
Problem. Maybe he ended up someplace weird, but I'm like, you're from Chicago. Joplin, Missouri. I think at one time Joplin might have been the meth capital of Missouri, but I don't think it is anymore. But still, I have gone to Joplin many times, and I have like 3 or 4 customers from there, and it was a dealership, so it was kind of crazy to me.
Well, I know this is that everywhere is scary to somebody.
Well, true. That's true.
And it's weird how that happens.
Yeah.
And it's weird. When you know where you are, you're fine. And when you have no idea, and then you're a little stressed because of other factors.
Yeah.
Well, the mind is a dangerous neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Repo Ryan is here. What's going on? So Elena said they tried to make it easier and more user-friendly for a driver or new user instead of more confusing. I'm a younger person at Dispatch with 9 years, and it's still very frustrating. I can't imagine how hard it is for an older driver or anyone trying to drive and look at all that info. Yeah, no, it's amazing. It is amazing. Which again goes back to, you say it all the time. Is anybody at Central Dispatch using this?
Right.
I mean, we have to assume the answer is no. Right?
Right.
And that assumption's probably right, because why would anybody at Central Dispatch use it? But is there a way to, assuming we're even close, is there a way to get somebody who actually uses it, and maybe a driver bumping down the road, and a dispatcher, and a broker? Oh my God. Just hire 3 more people that actually use it. They don't have to do anything but other than just have them do their normal jobs and pay them some, chicken nugget allowance to give you feedback.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
It really would. I mean, I know I've done a lot of meetings with them and stuff like that, but
chicken nugget feedback. Chicken nugget allowance. Hey, you got to what's going on here?
Well, wow. It's for Halloween, so I thought, why not make a Halloween ad, right?
I love that. It's nice. It's really nice.
And we do have openings, so and I do have an opening for a bigger car hauler right now, a 910. We haven't been taking them, but I do have a spot available. So
okay, so you have room for a
big one and a couple small ones. Is what I'm looking for.
So a couple wedge trailer companies, right, that are looking for a dispatch service.
Yep.
And that includes, do you do accounting as well? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we do all. Yeah, don't you see? It's hell-raising accounting staff.
Oh my God, hell-raising accounting? That's dope. I don't think anybody else has that.
Probably not.
That's out of sight. All right, good. So if you're a full-size trailer, 9 or 10 Stinger, and you're looking for a dispatcher, Murphy Auto Transport Services will take your call. We also have a thing in the news about I'll save that. It's coming up.
Okay.
But I like that this is cool. So, and what's interesting, we know there are dispatchers out there. There's other dispatchers out there saying that they're available. We know that there's carriers looking for dispatchers. But why is this like a hidden marketplace? It's like It's like it's like you can't. Where's the
Well,
FMCSA on dispatching? Are
well,
they
there,
still right?
I'm sure they're still trying to figure that out. I mean, and I know there was the amount of dispatchers out there before we started this show was me and maybe a few other people, right? Or people that worked for their husband and stuff like that. There's always those,
I I
but
will say,
it's
I will
spring
say,
up since then.
well, it certainly has sprung up, and I
Yeah.
will say that I actually, when I was dispatching, so this is like 2016, 2015. Wow, it's already a long time ago. I used to go on the Central Dispatch classifieds, and I would look at everybody posting dispatch services,
Right. The
and
ad.
there was about 5 or 6 companies.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I think there's a lot more.
I haven't even looked at that in years.
Right, exactly. Do they even still have it?
I'm not sure.
And
Resources
we
classified.
we
Yeah.
used to advertise it. I mean, we got a few leads. I got a couple drivers from the advertising we did
Yeah.
on Central Dispatch. Yeah, yeah, we did. It's interesting. Well, I haven't thought about that in a while. Hey, did you get the memo? So this driver didn't get the memo. This was sent in. This is a drive. I guess this is a driver in a construction
Oh,
zone.
well, that's Doug. That's what I
That's
was talking
Doug.
about.
Okay, right. That's what I thought. God, that sounds familiar. So this is a picture of Doug.
Yes, he's the one with the truck on there, I
So
believe.
so
Yes.
he now what happened here?
Well, all I was told from Vance was that he was going to drop his car and he smelled the gas leak and stopped. And then all of a sudden, all this happened because there was a major gas leak and they had to close the road down and everything and fix it.
So, but there weren't any like cones or stoppages. I mean, he
I
just
I don't know.
they
Yeah,
didn't,
like
didn't anybody have an extra like road barrack?
I
You
guess
know,
not.
like it's funny.
You
Life
can
is
see
so funny.
cones down at
This
the
is
very, you see
right.
the
That's what I'm
up
saying. It's
there. I can see
blocked
those
off down
cones.
there.
Yeah. But I think this is after the fact. This is after Doug took the pictures and everything else
Doug's like,
happened.
hey, is this your truck? Oh, gas? Do I smell gas? Hmm. Okay. You have free gas? Free gas, really? Welcome to Auto Transport. You know we love to say it, right? And Doug, there was nothing there. Of course. Doug is like, really? Doug's doing the emoji. What the?
Yeah.
This is Auto Transport. You can literally do whatever you want still, I guess. I don't know. I thought this slide would be irrelevant one day, but I don't know. I really don't. So here we go. I filed this under horseshit company news. When taking on a new company for dispatch, and you go through several hours of setting them up, and then a month later they fire you, you know, yeah, I've pretty much had this happen too. I spent
Yeah.
hours on the phone with a guy
Hmm.
out of Dallas, and
Yeah.
he's all gung ho, and we're high fiving. I sent him the contract. I sent him everything. I mean, it was done. I was going to
Right.
start looking for loads for him the next morning,
Right.
and I never heard from him again.
Well, here's
Never.
what I mean by setting them up. I mean, we're setting them up with all the brokers that they can be set up with, and we all know what kind of paperwork that is and everything else. Um, it's right there. I mean, sometimes their packets are 13, 15 pages long. If anybody knows how United Road is, it's a process of constantly, not just the first big contract. Then there's 5 or 6 other pages you got to fill out. Then you got to do a DocuSign. Then you've got to do the app for the driver. And I mean, on and on and on. We all know if you're a dispatcher or even a transport setting up, you know how long it takes. And then when we take on a company, not only do we give them all of our ratings from all of our companies to build them up so they don't look like they're brand new, then we also start on everybody we can sign up for. And if you've been in business for X amount of time, I can sign you up for everybody. So we've been having this happen where we're doing all this work, and next thing you know, they're out booking their own loads and never hear from them again. Didn't even, even though they've signed the contract with us and everything else, supposed to give us 2-week notice. It happens quite regularly. And I'm just like, so is there a certain point that we say, okay, for example, like in the contract, if we set you up with all the brokers and you fire us within 60 days, we charge you an X amount of money for setup fee. I don't think it's unfair or unrealistic to expect to be compensated for our time when we don't normally charge for that because we're expecting you to work for us. Um, I mean, I've talked to a couple other dispatchers. They feel the same way. I mean, there's a lot of work involved in setting up with all these brokers, like the big brokers. I mean, there's usually there's 10 to 15 big brokers that we start setting you up with as soon as we can, as soon as we sign up. And that sometimes takes all day long just to do that. And then, it still isn't done yet. It takes time for that to finally finish up. It was like me talking about last week when I send out my packet to somebody who wants to be a dispatcher for me. And then they take my packet and run with it, and I never hear from them again. So it's kind of the same concept to me.
Which is, I mean, it's more proof that we are really in. Well, it's proof that.
There you go.
Welcome to auto transport. I mean, this is what we mean. People do whatever they want. And the place is like a barroom brawl.
Mm-hmm. And it always happens, if anybody notices, it happens during slow season or what's going on in the world. Like it happened COVID. This is the time you see people act like foolios. That's what I want to say.
Tuesday night we learned a new term, jabronis. And I Googled it. And it's stupid, foolish, jabroni. I never heard that word before.
I haven't either.
Which why I thought it'd be great to start up a trucking company called Jabronis LLC. But it is nuts. I mean, and there's nowhere to go.
Right.
For this. In fact, if you took it to the FMCSA, I think they'd just say, well, come this way and have a seat on that bench.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. We do live in a crazy world. We're in a crazy industry in a crazy world. And that's why we make this crazy show. Yeah. So there we go, the trifecta. It was the dispatcher. I don't even know if... I have no idea what the Pillow Man is up to. But I think this is this still funny? Anybody? Well, somebody said it earlier in the live chat.
Yeah, Dalmac did. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's funny. I don't know. Yeah, I still think it's funny. Still gets me. All right, Central Dispatch feedback. Now, this is a good question because I see it here in the live chat. Sinan is asking, did Central Dispatch ever ask anyone for their opinion about the new search?
Yes.
Was there? They did.
I mean, I did several
they asked
sessions with him. Well, but they sent out an email to people asking if they wanted to review, and I don't know how many people, I don't know who they asked, but they did send out stuff, and of course I always sign up for everything.
All right, so we can check the box. Central Dispatch did request feedback about the new search.
Yes.
Okay. But don't you say that, like, what happens when you contact them about a dispute that you didn't think made sense? How'd that go?
Either I don't ever hear from them again, or it's like just basically a copy and paste thing they send to you. It's not any real person.
Right. So it may be selective.
Yeah.
Feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna. So I had a thing earlier on a menu, not a menu, on a scale of 0 to 5. How many stars would you rate this system? Anybody? How many stars would you rate the Central Dispatch feedback system? Anybody? Live chat?
Are you talking about sending them an email, and if you get a response, I'd probably give it a 0.
This is a catch-all grab bag. I'm spitballing here, but what? How many stars do you give Central Dispatch for their ability to listen to your feedback and do something with it before we move into these items? I don't know. Feel free to share it.
Here's the question. How many people, when they send an email to Central, actually hear back from them?
Okay.
There's a question.
There's a good question. Okay, Elena gives him 3 stars. Thank you. How many stars would you give Central Dispatch? How many stars would you give Central Dispatch based on their ability to take your feedback and respond and do something positive with it?
Elena
Vance
says
get-
3. And
Vance has got a .05.
yeah.
Vance, we do not want your BAC. We're looking. Okay. All right. So Elena's saying that, okay, here are things that she would personally like. Which, by the way, when I read personally like, that's where I thought, yeah. Maybe what needs to be said, because if you say personally like, I think that's the number of stars you're going to get back. But I think if you said like that the industry needs, that carriers need. Anyways, I'm just giving my feedback on your feedback. Let's see here. Right, but she says others might not care, but I do. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, to add to the below request, I asked them to add a limit of 500 loads per page. Right now it's up to 250. And I thought I read something that they are increasing that. Not that we're going to hear back live. Oh goodness.
Well, wasn't it the other day only at 100? So if it's gone up to 250, which it has, I just went to look at it. Then I swear the other day when we were looking at it, wasn't it only 100, Jay? Because I was bitching about it too.
Well, yeah. Well, and I'm just going to take another swipe at it. So the joke here is that apparently this information gets back to them.
Good. I'm glad.
But we never know that
until I go to check it. Right. True.
It's funny. It's funny. Which means if you go to the phone booth at midnight and leave a voicemail, somebody does get it. So that's good to know. Okay. All right.
So, right. Elena said it was at 100. So it did go up to 250. That had been from this last week to this week, right? Because that's when I was complaining about it. I'm pretty sure. It does need to be 500, like I discussed about that. I mean, people. Why not? I want to see it all.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. MailChimp does it to me too, though. It's these software guys they're not users. They don't know. I go to MailChimp. I want to see who opened it. The default is 25 people. Why would I want to watch 25 at a time? Show me the whole dang list, you guys. Okay, Jay. But I like, you know what Elena said that I really, really appreciate? It's at the bottom here. We are looking at these searches for hours all day. Yes. That's the thing. We're not just cash. This isn't Amazon. I'm not just like, maybe I'll search for a load. It's my livelihood. It's all I freaking do. So try to find somebody that also stares at it all day long and sees all these problems. And I don't mean the developers. I don't mean the coders. I don't mean the marketing team. I mean actual users. Okay. Please change or remove the limit of how many destinations we can choose. Right now we can choose up to 10, and that's not enough. No. For example, if we're looking for loads out of Nashville and we want 15 to 17 states, there's no such option. If we choose region, that shows too many states. And we're trying to avoid clutter.
Right.
So to solve this issue, please raise the limit to at least 20 destinations or remove it completely. Heck yeah, just blank it out. Why tease me? Right?
Right.
If you're going to make this terrible, just go full terrible.
And I think it was less than 10 the other day, wasn't it? Like 7 or something like that? Jen, what was the amount of destinations you could put in the other day on the new search? It wasn't 10, was it? It was less than that.
I thought it was 5 when we were searching it before.
Yeah, I think so. 5 or 6. That's what Jen thinks it was too. So they have gone up again, but not to where we need to be. So they are listening to us. We're just not where all the way.
Are they listening right now? I mean, that's the real question. Are they listening right now?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too.
I think so, because things are changing. Obviously, they're listening.
This is a really strange relationship we have now.
Yeah. It's true.
Is this how we do business?
They're lurking in the background
Right?
listening to us.
Turn the lights off. It's hilarious. Oh my God. All right, number 2. On the results side, we see the price first, but the important pickup and delivery location is all the way to the right.
Yeah,
Inconvenient.
totally.
It has to be all the way to the left so we can click to decide if we want the load or not. Price can be right next to the right. So the price can be right next to it to the right. So it should be in this order. Pickup, delivery location, price, type of vehicle, company info, and dates. We see things from left to right, and you place the first thing we want to see all the way to the right. God, that is so well said, Elena.
Yep, I agree. Same thing we've been talking about, but that hasn't changed. I know that much.
But what's it like to make these changes? Is somebody
really a
like,
bunch
oh
of-
my God.
We're doing it again.
In fact, as we go into the Halloween costumes, the zombie will be the what? Central Dispatch Development Team? Okay, come on, that's funny. All right. Oh, like the monsters or those. Oh, it's like a Scooby-Doo. That's a Scooby-Doo. Hey, please make sure that other 2 and very important things are visible without having to click the drop down. Yeah, the clickety-click.
Yep.
Text this number, call this number. Some
Right.
people put this under the order ID. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Make sure order ID is visible on top of that, having to click the drop down every single time. You can move the vehicle dimensions and weight under the drop down menu because people who are doing this every day already know. That's a good point. That's an interesting point. Order ID is way more important than dimensions half the time, but I mean, I can see both. But that is really interesting. Yeah, that I can't even speak. Clickety click to get the order ID makes very little sense.
Well, I just saw something on here too when I flipped to it. Okay, so they have highlighted in red, and I guess it's supposed to be an enclosed trailer. I didn't know what the thing was for enclosed. I think it just needs to say enclosed, right? Because isn't the motor, if it's an in-op, a red motor too?
Well, I said that too. I said I don't know.
Pictures.
Yeah, I don't know how many colors you have over there.
Yeah.
But anything, violet, purple.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're showing pictures, but my thing is, it doesn't. I guess that's supposed to. Do you want me to show it really quick?
Oh yeah.
Let me show you really quick.
Yeah, please.
To me, I thought that was, looking at it first off, I thought it was an in-op. Okay, so.
Right.
Can you see it now?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Oh,
wait. There we go.
Okay,
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That
doesn't. I thought it was an in-op at first. And
honestly, the moment I saw it, my brain was processing in-op. I'm just being honest.
Especially in bright red. The first thing I'm thinking is, watch out, you don't want to do this.
Seriously? Yeah. Now, I always feel that way about enclosed loads anyways.
Right.
But, yeah, if there's another color laying around over there on the floor, try it.
And I wouldn't put a picture. I'd put just enclosed trailer. Because it's kind of funky.
See, now you're messing with the designers.
Sorry.
Because these designers, I mean, when they have a good idea. Actually, there it is. Enclosed trailer.
Right, down here after
you click it. Oh my God, that's what you do.
Yeah. They could have just put enclosed trailer.
That way, you can have your cool picture,
right?
But you're being informative to the user.
Yeah, and then you have enclosed.
And I don't want the designers to hate me. I think that's a cool looking picture, but I really like when it says enclosed trailer. And what color? If in-op is red, what color could we make this? What other colors are there? Let me make
sure. I
Let's
swear
see. We have blue, we have green, we have black. Do we have any other colors? Are there any other colors?
Okay, because so enclosed is red with the motor with a big X in it.
Uh-huh.
So I
Which
mean, I hate to say this, but they need to spell this out.
I was just saying, you could write inoperable because
Yeah,
I could
because
be like,
you might not be able
knowing
to.
knowing how auto transport is,
I know.
somebody could be like, "Oh wow, so there's no motor in it."
Yeah, I mean, or they're not gonna even know
I
what that
don't,
picture
whatever.
is.
They're right. They'd be like, "Okay, don't pick up the motor."
Yeah. Well, that too. But I mean, and it should, and like we said, it shouldn't be the same color as enclosed for sure.
Dude,
I
the
would definitely
designers.
put
This is
the
why
word beside it.
the designers are smashing their monitors right now.
Yes,
Yeah,
probably.
this is the worst show ever. Worst day of my
But
life.
I mean, look at that. Wouldn't you think that, I mean, it's the same shape.
It's
And
the
if you're
same
blind, if you're blind and can't see that,
Oh my god.
unless you hover over it or go click on it, I mean,
Another designer's computer just went out the window. Did
I'm
you hear
sorry,
that?
guys. I'm
Smash.
sorry. But definitely, I would definitely have it two different colors because having enclosed and your inops in the same color with almost the same shape is going to be hard
Can-
for the average
Can
person that doesn't
anybody
do.
name another color that we might be able to use? Anybody know any other colors other than
Well, you
blue,
could do
green, and
green.
red? Are there any
Mhm.
other colors?
Well, they want something that stands out, I'm sure, but
So what could we do?
um,
What about purple? I don't know.
eh,
Purple's weird.
purple is weird. Definitely a different color between the two is recommended, and I would definitely put on there that this is an in-op or enclosed.
Well, make inop purple
Yeah.
because it's weird, right?
Well, true, yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
This is the color your face will change if you pick this up.
yes.
There we go.
And I too, like she was saying too, the same thing where we're missing. Like I said, I always put in this. Well, it's not miscellaneous over here, but
pink.
I
Yeah.
put in this. This is picking up from dealer to dealer, or IA to fork on.
Well,
fork
that's another.
off,
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. That miscellaneous.
It's
So okay, so here's a question: when you're a broker and you're posting a load,
Mhm.
by the way, what are you using? Because JTracker doesn't exist, right?
yeah. I don't use it, so I mean, I've never used it, but
So that that's honestly that's a whole nother subject matter. Is
right.
how
But
are
they're-
brokers filling these fields? What software do brokers use to fill these fields when posting a load? Is it bats? We don't even know.
Yeah.
That's another thing about auto transport in the whole wrestling ring is that I don't even know because it's not talked about.
No.
Nobody knows.
I mean, I think we had a few shows back a lady talking about. I think she was a broker and she was using bats, but she said it sucked.
Yeah, no, people hate.
Yeah.
The people that have told us hate bats.
Yeah.
If you love bats, we'd love to hear from you because we don't know who you are. We've never heard from anybody. Maybe once. I'm pretty, I'm pretty fair and balanced. I hope, but I think at least one person might have said I love bats. Just like I've heard somebody say I love the new look.
Right.
Right? We've
Right.
heard that.
Yeah. We've had some people, and of course, there maybe people too that are just getting into this. They're used to the way this looks, whereas people who have been doing this for years are not used to the way this is going down. I mean, it's no different than when they did it to us. Was it been 7, 8 years ago
Hey,
when we switched to? Go ahead.
Silvermint, can you secure a load for me live on air? John Deere tractor from Wisconsin to Michigan. Can you check this?
Yeah, John Deere from Wisconsin.
Is it available on the old look or the new
Let's
look?
go look.
Hey!
All right. Let's try. We want to do it by the state.
Let's see if we can use the new look to find a load.
Let's do Wisconsin.
Oh, well, see, now that would make sense. Sinan says he hears bats is actually related to the owner of Central Dispatch.
Oh, yeah,
That
does
would make
more
total sense. Because I don't know why. I still don't know why Central Dispatch pushed JTracker off a cliff and chose bats. Nobody knows why. And I don't
Okay.
have to know. I don't have to know.
So he said a John Deere tractor.
John Deere tractor from.
There it is.
Oh, cool.
Freight officials.
All right. So, it's paying $1,000. 2013 John Deere tractor. Do we
Click on
have? Let's do some clickety click.
This is
Do
who they
we
want you to
have?
text right there.
Okay, call or text. So Silvermint, we got the. I'm just gonna type it for him here. Call for the tractor. For the tractor. Call or text. What do we got here? 2828. Shoot, I'm doing too many things. 281 857. Wow, I feel like a dispatcher again. This is cool.
So I think he's wanting me to call and get it for me.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
what
I'm thinking too.
understanding?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
understanding too. Which now, which is interesting because according to many, that is a violation, right? You can't do that.
Right. While we're on the show,
Um,
is that what you mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, because you don't work for. Number
Oh,
one, you're not.
I'm
Well, I don't
not.
know. Do you book for Silvermint?
No, I don't
No.
book for Silverman. I'd
All right.
text him for him if he wants me to, and
But
I
we
know
can
you
get
don't
the
want to do a live
information.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I would say, why don't you, if you
I'll text
can,
him.
text them and see if it's
Yeah,
available and this
get
and
a
that. And
picture. I bet he wants a picture of it. I
find
would.
out which hair
It looks
appointments you need
crazy.
to work around and how much luggage they want to put in the back.
5716822.
And,
All right, give me just a second.
why Betty Sue needs to talk to Billy Jill and they've only got $5 and really too
Good
much?
afternoon. I'm inquiring about order ID 0663-AS-USP, the John Deere tractor from Viola, Wisconsin to Northport, Michigan. Do you have any pictures on this vehicle? Thank you. All right.
Okay. Oh, so Silvermint says it was. They told him it was dispatched.
Oh, really? But they won't take it off. That's typical.
Oh, I love that.
That's my favorite thing too.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's nice. Well, and what we've learned is there's a few methods here. One is it has already been dispatched and they didn't remove it, or it hasn't been dispatched and this is the way to hedge your bets.
I
Or
just
there's
realized
many
something.
ways to go. That's why
If-
you never. That's
No,
why this is auto transport. I mean, you really never know
no, you don't.
what exactly is happening.
You unless it came up brand new. Sometimes, I mean, like for example, this was posted on 1018. My first inclination
Oh, okay.
is that
Yeah,
it was no longer
no.
available, and these
Yeah.
people have never moved it off of there.
That's
My
right.
next is let's look
Yeah.
up the broker, and that will probably tell us the next story right there.
You put on your detective hat?
Yep, Zafar Warsi. Well, okay,
Okay.
but I would assume they never removed it because for whatever reason. But
Well, it is. Here's the problem, Silvermint. Here's your first red flag. Let's go ahead and get the. We'll get the. Well, I got a yellow flag, and that is that the posted date tells you a lot.
mhm,
But why are there cobwebs on this post?
yeah,
What is it? What was the post date?
the
October
18th.
18th.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember what you were doing October 18th?
Now, what day was that even?
Right. Thank you. Point made. Point.
10 days ago?
ATI. I mean, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was like that was back.
Today's the 27th or
I
the
think we had a
28th?
different president
27th. So 9 days ago.
9 days ago.
Yeah.
9 days ago is a lifetime
Yeah.
in load board loads.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything's possible. I think that. How many? All right. So how many loads? Here's a way to test it. How many loads does he have?
That guy? Let's go.
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. Let's find out how many other loads he has.
So he's called freight officials. Let's just go.
Yeah. So you can
So,
do. This is interesting.
Yeah,
So you can do-
and if you don't know, I'm gonna switch this just so you know. The best way to find out how many cars anybody's got listed, or if you're looking like we out of Atlanta, we'll just put up Rocky Ridge because we love his loads, and I'll just put up his company name. So let's put this in. Freight. Whoops.
Isn't this
can't
cool?
spell.
This is pretty neat right here. There's a little inside dispatch trick. I mean, we're just using the load board the way it's meant to be used. Right, exactly. Vance was drinking bourbon and dispatching. Well, that's just like today. So,
Freight officials. Okay, hold on.
great officials, yeah.
Here we go.
Sugarland, yeah.
Now we just search, and we're gonna see what else he has listed.
Thank
That's the
you
only
very much. Oh my God.
There you
Okay,
have
exactly. So, one could argue that. Okay, now wait a minute. Look, it says posted 10/24. What's up with that?
Well, that's really weird, isn't it? How did that's on the old search, okay? This
Ah.
is the new search, 10/18. So why would they have different dates?
Whoa.
Because if he had refreshed it, it would have today's date, right? So it's not like he just refreshed it. That's bizarre. That's really bizarre.
That is
Okay,
bizarre.
Central. There you go. There's another thing.
But
There's
it's
some
his.
kind of glitch.
But what I'm getting right. It's his or hers only load, right?
Right. Only load on there.
So are they in a hurry to like remove it?
Obviously not.
Right? I mean, what does it matter? In fact, if you remove it, you have to pay again to post it in case, the guy that picks it up crashes and gets in a gas leak or something.
Well, I mean, you pay for so many listings. So if it were to cancel, you get that listing back.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds
just
like a
repost
future
it.
dispute. That was really interesting. All right, well, thank you so much for that, Silvermint.
I
We're
talked
glad
to
we
him on
could check that.
Tuesday. What was the 24th? That was on Monday. Huh.
Number 4, when people look for loads, they basically need to quickly decide if they will call and grab it.
Yep.
No kidding. You have no time.
No.
While we're already on the phone calling for the load before it's gone. So what we quickly need to see is this is the most important, at least important. It has to be visible. Oh,
Yeah.
it's the same. Okay, this is the same
thing.
pickup delivery. Which, I mean, it deserves 2 bullets because it is so important. I mean, it is so, again, and this is why, why don't you, put a developer, give them 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you got.
Yeah,
if
you're
not
right.
less.
Yeah. See, so they have to understand, certain times of the year, we have more time. Like right now, I tell all my girls, if you see something that comes up that's good, grab it. We'll figure it out afterwards. Okay. During
That's right.
the other time of the year, you have time to figure out your route and, take the time to make the phone calls as long as it's not something crazy outrageous on there. You have the time right now. Like if anything's on there, especially if you're in Dallas or someplace like that, if that load comes up, if you're not calling on it as soon as you see it come up, I guarantee you it's already gone. It's that fast.
Well, and that's the thing. So I had a guy. I had a 9 car in Miami. Talk about a stress fest. And we're trying to make money. I mean, you can move like a Bentley for 18 cents a mile, but that's crazy. So, I worked to the end of the day. I mean, until there was nothing changing. That's pretty much when a dispatcher knows they're done for the day, when there's just no new loads. And so I packed it up, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming in early in the morning. I came in early in the morning because this is Miami. And those loads start popping up, and I mean, I was working super fast. And so, to have to look at every load and
He's never paid him the cash app.
There's no... Yeah, it just would be great. It would be,
Did you read what Silvermint? Are you saying that load is a scam for dispatching services? The one we were just talking about?
Scan for offering. It's
really?
If you call them, you're going to get. Oh my God.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Well, this is auto transport. I mean, you can do whatever you want, and people do.
I don't know if anybody else, but I've been getting email after email from a particular company for dispatching services. And what really pisses me off is that their whole website is my website. Like everything I say is on there.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, it really does.
Sorry. It sucks. Please remove words that clutter the page. Yep. Oh, yeah. Right. Vehicle info company. Let's go look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and share your screen.
I completely agree because we all know these things. We don't need to see them.
It is so funny.
Yeah, I mean, pick up.
Vehicle info company pickup. Vehicle info company pickup. Vehicle info company pickup. Vehicle info company pickup. Why doesn't it above $200? Why doesn't it say dollars?
Right.
or carrier pay. Why not? There we go. Why doesn't it say carrier pay?
Well, and the funny part is you notice it's a really
What
light
is,
gray. So they know we really don't need to see it because
yeah,
otherwise it would be
exactly.
highlighted.
What, oh my God, what is this $200, Sue?
I don't know.
What
What
is
does
that
$200 mean?
$250? Wow.
I
Wait a
don't
minute.
understand.
270 MI at 93 MI? What is that?
Those
Huh.
things we need to know those things, but I don't think we need
Yeah,
to
but well,
know
why don't they explain
vehicle
it?
info. Well,
These
true.
are the cents per mile. These are the cents per mile. These are
Yeah,
the cents per mile. These are
well,
the
true.
cents per mile. These are the cents per mile. Are you getting this?
Well, and what's this? Unable to calculate distance check. Why doesn't that work? You see that? That's another thing. Like
No,
sometimes they
but
have,
you're confusing the developer.
well, it's because they don't use it. If they had somebody that was with them while they're doing this, that is an actual transporter, dispatcher, and say, hey, okay, we're not using this stuff. Don't put it on there. I mean, if they had somebody sitting there in their office doing this, this would be a totally different thing. This would be a game changer because they had somebody that's using this every single day. How many hours a day? You know what I mean? I mean, we're here 10 hours minimum usually a day doing this stuff. And I've been doing it for what, almost 20 years?
At least Elena likes this show. Thanks, Elena. It was the dispatcher.
Wow. What Silvermint, do you remember what the dispatch service's name was at all? I'm just curious.
Oh man. Yeah, you know what? See, this is where it's fair game.
Yeah,
If you have a
you're gonna do
beef with
that.
a company,
Yeah.
you can type it.
Yeah.
I may or may not say it,
Right.
but you know.
That's just so wrong on so many levels, I
Oh, that
guess.
is. No, that is.
I
And this
mean,
is
that's
why I mean, this auto transport, much like, I don't know, credit card scams, is full of con artists. Did I just say that?
I sent her 2 loads.
Because it sure feels like
I
it.
don't know if I got it.
And it is all over the place. From dangling chicken nuggets to bait and switch loads to just straight up lies that we're going to pick it up. I mean, man, no wonder dealers don't want to talk to anybody. Shouldn't be a surprise to any. I'm not surprised. Let's see here. Let's do another one. Please. Oh, I found this so
Yes,
fascinating.
I agree with her
Wow,
completely.
this is groundbreaking, man.
She's
Please
putting it out
add
there, huh?
auto refresh to the site.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, they have auto refresh. I think she's wanting where like super refresh.
I
where
mean,
constantly changes.
floors of buildings of execs all just stood up and went, "What the heck?" She wants us to add auto refresh? That can cost us millions. That was a lot.
Well, I agree with her. I don't know what the rule is, why they don't allow it. Because somebody's using something out there. Because sometimes them getting the loads before us, and it just blows my mind when it literally came up. What are they using before it even hits up that they've already taken that load? Are they just that lucky? You know what I mean?
But getting busted is so much fun.
Not really.
No, it's awful. It's actually awful. It's, when you see that message on your screen that
Yeah. Accounts
our
been closed.
software has detected that you are using, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just trying to stay loaded.
Well, and I know that there's
Like,
people that
what?
don't use an auto refresh.
Are they going to drop a robot dog? Oh my God.
Oh, he hung up on them. Okay, I
Robot.
was just
Actually,
curious.
that'd be the new message. If you keep getting busted, robot dog dropped.
Well, hey, since I just sent them a text, maybe they'll send me a request to have them be my dispatcher. Then we'll see. And then I'll find out who they are. I had that happen one time and I asked them for the name of their company and their contracts and stuff, and they just totally ignored me. So I don't know if they knew who I was or what. Because I kind of go around and try to find these people that, because like I always tell you, there's good and there's bad in this industry. And it's the same thing with dispatchers. Not all dispatchers are created equally. You have some that don't do anything.
Okay, let me see if I got it here. Because I think we all need to see this thing.
Oh, yeah, true. What you got?
All right.
Holy crap. Are these the new Amazon dogs?
Dude.
Pay
Okay,
me.
this is an actual news story. That's the
Really?
drone that drops that dog. And there's the machine gun on top of the dog.
Wow.
This is real. This isn't like, like that Tom Selleck movie in the future or whatever.
Tom Selleck movie.
I think it was Tom Selleck. There's been a few sci-fi movies where you're like, nah. This is real.
That's kind of crazy.
Right?
Yeah, it really is.
What happens when they drop the robot dog near you? You're done.
Well, right. I mean, I
How
doubt,
are
do
you
they giving
gonna-
you a warning? Don't move, put your hands up in the air? Or are they just shooting you?
Look at that. Oh my God. You know what they did? They positioned the gun upside down. They mounted it upside down.
Yeah.
And it probably just has like an automatic trigger button.
Wow.
So you got to disable the, what you're going to need to do is disable the zip tie connected to the trigger. So if you have a giant pair of scissors, you might make it. All right. We're way off here. Speaking of giant attack robot dogs, please add auto refresh to the site. If you can't add auto refresh, please add an option to tag new listings post within less than an hour. That's an interesting point too. I mean, but now this, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and read it. This is interesting. It'll help save time and effort scrolling through the listings we already saw and are not interested in. See, that's an interesting point. Once you're in the thick of a search, yeah, you're down to the minutes. It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 1 hour, you're like, yeah, yeah, you might as well put today. We don't need two flags, blue and yellow. Yeah, we don't need all the fancy. Just keep the vertical green line like it was in the old search. Oh, yeah. Best thing would be a light blue vertical line. Ooh, different colored lines. A color blue is easier on the eye than yellow. Wow, this is good. So, Elena, you seem to be good with colors. What color should the in-op be, and what color should enclosed be? I'm telling you.
I agree that in-op should be red because that's like, but the enclosed shouldn't be red.
I mean, Elena could save the company like $1,000 if she can come up with the right answer. Right?
Yeah.
You could send a developer home for the full day. Send him to Disneyland. Elena's got the color. So yeah, if you're at the top of the building and you're thinking, God, Jay's really having fun with us. Yeah. What else can we do? And we don't know what else to do. I mean, we're like, I don't know. We're in the wrestling ring. Nobody cares.
Why couldn't it be green? Green for money, right?
I know.
Enclosed should be money.
I was thinking orange too, but orange is pretty similar to red.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I mean, they only got green under there for the stars for the brokers, so I mean, green could be for enclosed.
Vance has got no dark sarcasm. That's awesome. And you can give your favorite rose to your favorite dispatcher every Thursday at noon on Bachelorette Truck Stop, also known as Dispatching Live. All right, so it's time to play. We have Ask Larry as well. Which there's only a couple questions. Larry was sick Tuesday. So let's do it. Let's crank up the Halloween machine and play. Can you guess that Halloween costume? All right. We'll start weird, I guess. Is this a broker, a carrier, a dispatcher, a tech company, or a shipper. So we got broker, carrier, dispatcher, tech company, or shipper. That's new. I didn't have tech company last year.
I would say tech company.
Yeah, I think this is a tech company. We got tech company on the first one. In fact, this might be a developer. Okay.
Jay.
Oh, come on. Oh, these guys. Man, they just all quit. They all just left. We've had it. Is this a broker, a carrier, a dispatcher, a tech company, or a shipper?
Carrier or dispatcher.
Broker, carrier, and please do jump in the live chat because we really want to know what you think. Is this a broker, a carrier, a dispatcher, a tech company, or a shipper?
Man, I'm not.
I
gonna
know,
answer
right?
that one.
This
I'm gonna let
one's
somebody else
hard.
answer that.
This one is hard.
Oh, Vance, are you calling me that one?
Oh, Hot
Or was
Shot
that
Sue. Oh,
the other
that's
guy?
funny. See, I agree with Elena. I think this could be a broker, but we have to. You always have to have 3 to know for sure. So
Well,
we're
I've
still
had some
taking answers.
brokers that were clowns for sure. But...
Well, it could be a shipper.
Well, that's true too.
I
A few of
mean,
them, it could go either
that
way.
could definitely be a shipper.
And I've had some dispatchers that were like that.
Oh
too,
my
that I've had
God!
to deal with,
This is the guy with the
It's a 3 for
tractor.
1. Yes, there you go. It is.
Oh shoot! Oh, okay. Okay, Hot Shot. He said, okay. Vance said that's Hot Shot Sue. Oh shoot! All right. Well, I think Elaine is taking it home with broker. All right. Is this a broker, a carrier, a dispatcher, a tech company, or a shipper? Cowboy Lady. If you're on the podcast, the first one was Alien, the second one was Clown,
Hey,
and this
me.
is Cowboy Lady. Right, this one could be Hot Shot Sue. That's
Yes,
the
I'll take
clown that
one.
caused a lot of people to get in this business. Oh, that is awesome. Oh my God, no kidding. So we got to add another classification, YouTuber. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I think this could be a shipper.
If not, send them an email.
Because you got the hair appointment, right? Oh,
You
it
tell
could
them
be
you're the owner.
Could be a dispatcher.
Talking a deep voice.
That's a good point. Talking a deep voice. Oh shoot!
You think I'm kidding? I wasn't, but
Oh,
anyway,
and then we got broker. So we got shipper, dispatcher, broker. Okay, what we need a tiebreaker here. What's
Dispatcher
Sinan?
for
What do we
sure.
think? Sinan. Or I know there's several people here. Stefan, what do you think? Oh, see, we just lost one. Every time I say something about people watching, somebody clicks off immediately. It's pretty wild. It's always been that way. Is this a broker, a carrier, a dispatcher, a tech company, a YouTuber, or a shipper?
I'm going with dispatcher because she's cute. So
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Dispatcher's it. There we go. Next. All right. Darth Maul. Darth Maul. Is this a broker, a carrier, a dispatcher, a tech company, or a shipper? Uh-oh. Vance just scared everybody. He said that this is a non-binary dispatcher.
God. Oh my.
God. Canceled.
Ah.
Broker, carrier, dispatcher, tech company, or shipper? This could be a tech company. Elena says driver. So that's carrier. That's 2 for carrier. Do I hear 3? Going once, going twice. Yeah, I agree with you. That could be a carrier. right? I'm here to deliver your car. Carrier it is.
Oh, remind me. I got a story about a carrier when we get done with this. That happened today.
All right. Freddy Krueger. Broker, carrier, dispatcher, tech company, or shipper?
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's funny because how does the mind decide what criteria goes into this choice?
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
Well, I know, but the thing, and that's we're all thinking things. That's what's so strange here. Based on what we know, based on what we've experienced, we're having opinions. Silvermint's got trans broker, which is funny because I actually was going to say broker.
Well, yeah, there's a few.
And
in
again,
that list.
well, when I do this show, I morph into dispatcher.
Yeah.
And as a dispatcher, you know, can you do it for $100 less?
Yeah. There you go. You're right. You're right. Right there. That right there is what did it
for me. Okay. Silly ghost. Broker, carrier, dispatcher, tech company, or shipper. Silly ghost. Oh, Silvermint had trans broker, yeah. And Vance had price slashing broker, exactly. Price slashing broker, that's great. Oh, silly ghost. We'll make this easy. We'll keep moving. Silly ghost is broker, carrier, shipper. I like that. Yeah, I agree with that. Elena's got shipper. Yes, silly ghost.
Yeah,
shipper. That's very good.
Silly little guy, you think you're going to get it done that cheap. There you go.
Can you pick me up at the airport?
Oh, yeah.
I've got an extra 20.
I'm getting my hair done.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
All right. Low budget bat?
Because it's made with...
Okay, low budget bat. Broker, carrier, dispatcher, tech company, or shipper. Low budget bat. I wonder when they sell the costume. Well, they don't. That's not even. Nobody sells that. It's an umbrella. She took an umbrella and made a bat costume.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool idea.
It is pretty cool. Broker. This would be. It'd be like a new broker. Okay, or a new carrier, right?
Yeah,
somebody that just got their truck.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it could be a dispatcher that doesn't have any clients, or a startup tech company, yet another mobile app, or a shipper that has never done this before and expects the moon.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
This is hard. It is. Expects the moon. Okay, we're going to... by the way, okay, great. The porn sites have showed up. That's great. Let's see here. Go ahead and report them. Okay. Hide. All right. And, oh, great. My hot photo here. Great. Let's report that. Pornography.
Oh, my God.
Okay. And then, let's see here. Put user in timeout. What else can I do? And then make them use the new search. Okay. Oh, you can't even see it. Wow. That's cool. Boy, that worked pretty well. So, can anybody see in the live chat?
No, it's gone now.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That is cool.
Does that mean that the more popular our show gets, the more porn we get, or what?
Well, you'd like to hope. One can dream. No, what it is that I've learned if you do a long show,
Uh-huh.
after like an hour,
Oh,
your probability of this goes up.
happening. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
gotcha.
I actually first noticed it during the Johnny Depp trial.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
the sex scammers went nuts during Johnny Depp. Yeah. Okay, so we got broker that expects the moon. All right, cool. I mean shipper. Dang it.
Yeah.
Shipper that
Whatever.
expects the moon. Okay. Okay. Speaking of brokers that expect the moon. Oh man.
That's the Jersey brokers.
Oh, Jersey broker. That's it. It's done. That is awesome.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, so this is a California broker.
Yeah, California
That's
broker.
right next to a dispensary.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Jesus is the costume on screen now. Who is this? I think it's the shipper.
Yeah.
Or it's the carrier. I don't know. This is who is
That's
Jesus? Oh, that's funny. Oh god, illegal carrier has Silvermint. All right, who's wearing the Jesus costume? Is it the broker, the carrier, the dispatcher, the tech company, or the shipper?
Ugh.
This is hard. I guess who thinks they're Jesus? Or rather,
Yeah.
okay, wait, back that up. Somebody's gonna be like, hey, you can't say that. Who thinks they're a Messiah? Who acts like they're a Messiah? Oh man,
I gotta say something, but I'm not.
I
Gonna
know,
say
right?
that
Well, that's
one.
the thing
Right.
is how many categories can we name, right?
Well, that's true.
The
Yeah.
shipper thinks they're the Messiah, right?
True. True.
Brokers often think they're the Messiah.
Yeah, and transporters. Yeah.
Tech companies think they're the Messiah.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why this is such a difficult industry. Everybody thinks they're the Messiah. Oh, shoot. And the Joker. Broker, carrier, dispatcher, tech company, or shipper.
I don't. Hmm.
And then we've got Ninja Lady. Oh, I think last time this was you actually. I think you took
Oh,
Ninja Lady.
yeah, that's true.
I think you did. And then we got Panda. That's a shipper. And then we've got Pirate.
That
That's
could
it.
be
That's-
transporter or a broker.
Well,
because-
or the dealer.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
And then you've got like
What is that?
Plague.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's
Okay.
that Plague outfit. I don't know. And then we got Skeleton Man.
Or death. One of the two.
Like White Walker, Death, and we got like Evil Clown. And then Silly Shark. I think that's the last one. Oh no. And then Tiger Lady. Boy, we have several. Wow. It keeps going. A magician guy? Like vampire magician?
Yeah. He's got blood coming.
Or
off his
maybe
face.
just vampire. Yeah, I think that's a vampire. Yeah, vampire. And stupid what? Silly werewolf? I don't even know what that is. That's really weird. Silly werewolf? Silly. Oh my gosh. And then you have the king of the White Walkers. My gosh. I didn't know we had so many. That was fun. Happy Halloween, everybody. That was pretty cool. Here's what we're gonna do. We got a little time left here. I want to do
Yeah. What's his face, right?
yeah, let's do some Larry time. Here we go. Step right up. We do the questions. We don't have many questions. We just have a few. Question 1. Which transport method would you use for a wrecked 2022 Mercedes no keys in-up? Is it drive-away, wedge car hauler, semi with a winch, or a flatbed? Which transport method? You're going to go pick up. So here's the scenario.
Well, you need a winch for sure.
You're going to go pick up a wrecked 2022 Mercedes no keys in-up. Let's say you could pick any of these if you had at your disposal. What's going to be the best way to pick up a wrecked 2022 Mercedes no keys in-up? And this is actually a good question for a broker. As a broker, what do you want to pick up a 2022 Mercedes no keys in-up?
Somebody with a winch, no matter what.
Okay.
I mean, because a wedged car hauler can do it with a winch, a semi with a winch. I mean, you know, winch is the key word here. Let's
right.
put it that way.
Well, but what is going to be, let's think about the customer, the lender, the shipper, whoever.
Right.
What would they like to see? What equipment would they like to see used to pick this up?
Well, I would think a tow truck, but
I know. Well, it's a bit of a trick question, but the answer is it's a flatbed. Now, this is a repo and recovery question, and that's why it's a little different. But what we're getting at here is that what's interesting is the flatbed, and it's still gonna. I mean, it's not gonna be easy because this thing, if it's really wrecked, it's still gonna drag up on the flatbed. You know, with the winch potentially. Right. And this is where like a forklift might have been the best answer. A forklift and a flatbed, that was probably the answer that should have, like, forklift. And so it's ultimately the point of these questions is, you know, to make us think about different scenarios in transportation. All right, here we go. Question 2. Why would a transporter be blocked from scheduling at a repo yard? Pending keys, redemption hold, both A and B, or D, that repo guy's a jerk.
How about A, B, and D?
That was the most popular answer Tuesday night. All the above.
Oh, okay.
which we missed, right? Right, we missed all the above. But I think E should be the answer. But just to get back to it, pending keys. So here's one of the things that was talked about Tuesday night, is that repo and recovery agents they see dispatches come through as well, and sometimes they're like, wait a minute, there aren't even keys for this vehicle.
Right.
Don't send a transporter yet, because do you think repo and recovery yards want transporters to show up and there's not a key anywhere? No.
Right.
Because it makes it awful to try to get that thing accessible, right?
Yep.
More and more repo and recovery yards, they either have access to a key service, they'll do it themselves. Now they're going to charge for
Oklahoma City to Shreveport, they just came
but they want keys. And then redemption hold, customers, because again, this is a customer-driven, well, we're people living on an earth, and we buy these cars, and sometimes we can't pay for them. You know, you do have the opportunity, the law is on the consumer's side, that if they can somehow make the payment, they can get their car back. And so the dispatch shouldn't go out until it's known for sure that they're not going to pick it up and that there is keys. And by the way, the repo guy's personality should be irrelevant. All right. Question 3. True or false, repossession and recovery are the same thing?
I don't know. I would assume so.
It's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and this is why, like, if you ask, you know, if we do these trivia questions for somebody, you know, in a completely different state of mind,
right,
such as a broker, then they're not going to know the answers either. Okay, that was But repossession and recovery, as it's been explained to me, a repossessor actually knows more than just the average tow truck driver. Now, that doesn't mean tow truck drivers don't know what they're doing, but there's a lot of legality that goes into repo. In fact, it's a lot. In fact, it's so much that, like when we talk about DOT and FMCSA, oh yeah, it's that level, except it's really hardcore. There's so many laws around what they can and can't do. We think we see the YouTube videos. In fact, this is why a repossessor's like, no, it's not the YouTube video. You see, the tow truck picks up the car and the Escalades spinning their wheels and they crash in a mailbox and people go flying and then they get it in the yard, they get it picked up, they get in the yard and they just scoop all the crap out on the street. And no, it's not anything like that. They have to, any crap left in the car, and I think that's the term.
Yeah.
They have to, put it in a box and put it in a locker. They have to literally secure the items. If those items get stolen, it's a problem for them. They actually have to protect the crap left in a car that they've repossessed because of laws and legality and liability. This goes way beyond just picking up an Escalade and letting the wheels spin. Recovery, on the other hand, gets into, what if a car is in a ditch? That's not repossession. That's recovery.
True. That's true.
Yeah. And it's interesting just to think about and talk about this stuff. Auto repo, auto recovery. That's why now I say repo and recovery. Because it's two different things. And that leads to the answer.
That's the
False. They are not the same thing. I mean, there's similarities. And here's the thing is, when somebody in repo and recovery tells me that they're the same thing, well, I mean, I'm not going to stand on convention. All right, have it your way. It's up for debate, but it's interesting to talk about. Send in your comments to autotransportintel@gmail.com. When you see this, you're looking at a podcast. Get the podcast. It's ATI Auto Business. It's a great way to get the programming. I know it's such a long show. Our shows are so long. And so, get the podcast. And if you have a question, get a hold of Ty. You can call or text Ty, 417-483-2764. If you've got an equipment question, if you've got, you want to talk to somebody. We've learned sometimes people just want to talk to somebody other than your wife or, your loan shark or your dispatcher. Maybe you want to talk to somebody that doesn't know anything about your business and you just want a fresh perspective. Talk to Ty. And, we go live several times a week. Check us out. Actually, this is so cool. We're in an app now. You can download the ABC Dealer app, not to be confused with ACV. You don't need to do this, but our content is inside of an app for dealers and auctions for retail and wholesale. Pretty neat stuff. When the lot is full, that was Tuesday night. Repo and recovery, we've been talking about it. Dude, Tuesday night, this is insane. I'm going to put the link in the live chat. We have got one crazy giant show coming up Tuesday night. The Titans of Car Shipping. No joke. This is a round table. Here's the link in the live chat. Click on it. Set your show reminder. Sue, do you know who we're going to have on the show Tuesday night?
Who are you going to have?
You're not going to believe it. Well, I'll start easy. Marco of McCollister's Auto Logistics.
Okay.
Transportation Group. Jeremy with Pre-Owned Auto Logistics.
Okay.
John Robertson of Ship Your Car Now. Mike Trudeau of Montway is going to be with us Tuesday night.
Holy crap. I'll give you a holy crap on.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Trent Broberg of Assertus is with us Tuesday night.
Wow, that's cool.
David Spiro of Autosled is with us Tuesday night.
Cool.
And we think we've got somebody from Rud Buggy lined up too.
Cool.
Titans of car
Wow.
shipping. This is a show. This has never happened. Never. Not that I know of. I've
Yeah.
never seen it at a trade show. I've
Yeah.
never seen what we're going to do Tuesday night.
Sweet.
And what I've done is I created a long, like Elena's like, wow, thanks, Elena. What I did is I've created a list of questions, and we may lose some based on scheduling because this is a pretty crazy. That's a crazy list.
Yeah.
But I've created a list of pretty good questions that they can all have beforehand, so that it's not an ambush. This is not
Right.
an ambush.
Right.
This is the Titans of car shipping, and it's also an energy show ahead of Used Car Week is in a couple weeks, and most of those folks are going to be at Used Car Week, which we talk about the automotive trade shows. Anyways, that's a really big deal. We're really excited here on the Car Shipping Business Channel, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in and enjoying in the festivities and participating in the feedback, and that's probably maybe that's the good way to end it. That's good for.
Yeah.
If you're a tech company and you're not sure if where ATI is coming from, just double check that list of who we're having on Tuesday night. We're here to help. This is a business channel. We're not here to tell anybody they're going to get rich quick. We're not here to tell anybody exactly what they want to hear. We're here to share the ecosystem information on behalf of all verticals: brokers, carriers, dispatchers, dealers, shippers, tech companies, equipment, etc., OEMs, all welcome here at ATI Auto Business. And we really thank you guys so much for jumping in the live chat. It really does mean a lot. Any final thoughts? Any last search? Is there anything left in the tank?
I don't think anybody asked us to look for anything today, did they?
I don't think so. And usually that's interesting feedback too when no one asks for a search.
Hmm.
I don't know what it means exactly, but I feel like it means something. Right? What does it mean? What is it? Hey, live
Well,
chat.
it can't mean because there's loads on the board. We may not have the right people on. Maybe that's.
Hey,
what
Devin. Well, I wonder if it means that I mean, we're all seeing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
We're all in the weeds together.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna walk around the buffet again?
Yeah.
Right.
True.
See you got the Salisbury steak, and that gravy that line is it looks like you could break the gravy. You're like, ugh, okay. Or like there's some kind of shrimp dish, and you're not sure how long that's been there. Or there's like a that chicken where they left the skin on and it's not even close to crispy. I don't know, man. And there's a little red on it. Like, I don't think I'm gonna eat that chicken. And then there's like a rice noodle that you're not even sure what that is. Is it warm? Is it cold? Who wants a cold rice noodle that is kind of burnt around the sides? I'm describing a buffet, but I'm also describing the way the load board starts to look.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's not anybody's specific problem. But if there's 31,000 loads sitting there, it tells you something. Because ACV once said to me, well, we don't have a lot of loads on our load boards because the rates are good and they're good loads, so they don't sit there. Found that very interesting. So maybe it should be the number of loads. What's your churn? What's your turnover? Right?
Yeah.
What's your inventory turn? That's how dealers look at how they're doing. They look at inventory turn. What's the load turn on the load board? God help us, we're never going to find that out.
Yeah, that part, yeah.
But somebody knows the answer to that. And they might even watch this show. And they might even be like, oh my God, no one's ever said that out loud. Turn the lights off. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Once again, we hope you have a happy Halloween. Please do join us Tuesday night on Titans of Car Shipping. Well, also, we have a Cars on the Move tomorrow. Buy here, pay here, used car dealers.
Yeah.
If you want to learn more about buy here, pay here, used car dealers, I'm going to share the link. You should tune in for that because, you know, it's interesting. When I first heard buy here, pay here, used car dealers, I didn't know what we were talking about. And what we're talking about is, these are your independent car dealers that are selling the highly used cars that cost, you can, you know, you're going to pay, you're probably going to probably try to pay cash. And if you're financing it, might be a high interest rate, but you're going to end up with a car. And it's a car that you can drive, and it's a car that hopefully they know you can drive. But it's just your lower rung independent dealer with more affordable vehicles, which in today's market, since we have 25 days left of diesel, and they're, you know, you got to watch out for machine gun dogs being dropped by drones, you might be a candidate for a buy here, pay here used car. And so if you want to learn more about working with those dealers, because you know they need transportation, where are they getting their cars? That's another thing. We're going to find that out tomorrow. Where do buy here, pay here used car dealers, where do they get their inventory? What do they need their transporters to do for them? We're going to teach you more about that tomorrow on Cars on the Move. Oh, Daryl said, why does shippers say cab and chassis, but it's a box truck?
Well, because they're assholes, but that's beside the point.
Holy mackerel.
They do it all the time, and I had a crane on one the other day too. On top of it, said it was a cabin chassis, and then it had a crane too. So I'm like, that's not a cabin chassis. So always get pictures. They tell you that shit all the time. Get pictures, then you know.
I agree with. I'm going to have to agree with Sue on this one. Is that what happens, and this is where the pessimism will, you know, you'll find you just get deeper in the pessimism. Is that when you hear a word phrase, you know there's more. Like, just swing on by and pick up this cabin chassis.
Yeah.
Okay, that means it's in the mud, and it is like a heavy duty tow truck. Yeah, because when I hear swing on by, I know you're hiding something.
Yep.
Swing on, just swing on by. Oh, great. And then we, of course, oh, good. So we still have the, Let's Go Brandon going on. Really? Really? Brandon is still with us? I know. Well, it's that dang laptop.
Yes.
Boy, Hunter Biden's laptop, just, man. That thing. And then there's random pictures of him like half nude with a gun, and so you see this stuff. I don't know what he's doing. They're not? I don't think they're deep fakes. I don't know. Watch out for deep fake. It's a deep fake. Yeah, it's a deep fake. Call Alex Jones. All right. What do we say, everybody? Thank you so much.
Everybody. Goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. Thanks, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Happy Halloween.